I told Wing they should concede for playing Bazaar. Really rude, if you ask me. Really rude. All right, so we're in round 5 of the Vintage Challenge, 5 of 7. We're playing against Winged, the current trophy. Well, you could say leader, but it's kind of not really close. They got a couple trophies. They might have like 1, maybe 2 trophies more than everybody else. Maybe 7. But yeah, they're gonna be playing Bazaar, so we should mulligan accordingly. Not that this mattered. Mulligan. This is just not a, well, it's pretty close versus Bazaar because we do have reach combo. Opponent would have to have no force of vigor. We would need to hit a land or a Moxen, and they would have to have no. Oh man. Winged is on like Hollowvine or Dredge, probably Hollowvine. I don't really think this is keepable. I think it's just so it's so short. It's too short. I would have to draw exactly Lotus in exactly 1 turn. I mean, it's a combo kill if we were to draw exactly Lotus and opponent had no, like if we bottom Opal here, right? And we spin into Lotus, we do have, I guess not spin into Lotus. I think this is probably just not good enough. I guess this is where we're gonna be. I'm just gonna bin this freeze, and I'm gonna bin the pedal. And we should play around Mindbreak Trap and Vigor. We're gonna need a lot of help to win this game as opponent plays Bazaar and puts 14 power into play. One Vengevine. No activation. Normally I'd be thrilled, but it makes me feel like we're just gonna get countered to death. But alright, we drew a Pyroblast as well as a PO. So if we brainstorm and then crack our Lotus, we can PO for 4 with Pyroblast backup. Actually pretty good. We probably don't want to do that on our turn to play around Vigor. Oh, I guess I get fucked by Mindbreak Trap here. Whatever. Maybe we just play around nothing. Oh wait, I can't actually hold up everything, right? I have to put back Pyroblast and draw into it with top. That actually seems like garbage. Maybe I just do nothing here. I can't play around anything now. I played this really poorly. Really poorly. Maybe I just go all in on this PO instead. Maybe I guess I'm just like kind of worried about like I have to kind of play this Lotus now. I'm gonna get Vigored if I don't do shit. If I play this Lotus, I can just get Vigored, and it's really bad for me. I can also get trapped here. But I don't want to get trapped on the next turn, so I would rather play this now. If this gets trapped, then at least we can spin into Opal and just go for it. Okay. I guess the problem with that is I still need to wait until their turn. All right, they just have fucking Force of Vigor as well. All right, whatever. We just can't ever win. Fine. And they have a waste. Okay, yeah. Let's just fucking go to the next game. This deck is literally fucking unbeatable. I hate it so much. Thanks, Geeky. There's no bleeding. We're just dead. Opponent had any spells. We just died. All right, so this comes in for this. This matchup is like completely unwinnable in like all senses, so. Trick Bazaar is totally right, but they just won't do it. All right, so Veils, Blasts. I think that like Bolt and Oko are just like not fighting on the right axis. Not that I know what the right fucking axis is here, but maybe we just don't go Breach combo and we go like down an Opal and we just try to play like this, I guess. I don't know. Well, I don't actually need Misstep. Misstep's not actually good in this matchup. All right, well, we'll just go like this. Oh. Yeah, that's an insane hand, sure. I probably have never beaten Wings because they play the best deck and they play it well. They have a pro? Oh, they have a Chalice. Certainly didn't board anything to beat Chalice, so I'm kind of glad I played this Mox. Wait, they just kept no Bazaar, all counter magic? Or are they just playing this Wasteland so that I can't Tabernacle them? It's not a different way of playing Magic, it's just not playing Magic. I feel like we don't want these cards. Fetch is good. I can't fetch here because I don't really want to get wastelanded. I guess I do want to get wastelanded. Fuck it. Oh, Bazaar absolutely did everything. All we really want is Tinker is the only card that matters. Yes, Tormod's Crypt doesn't matter either. Just need to find Tinker. We have Tinker and Sprite Dragons in our deck. Joe has opinions. They didn't even keep a Bazaar hand. They kept an all counter magic hand. That's insane. None of these cards do anything. Okay. Can't believe opponent just kept that. I'm down to do nothing and just try to find Tinker and have like a bunch of Force of Wills for it. It did pitch a Vengevine to hand size. Another Tabernacle. I'm like pretty sure we're not. They pitched 2 Vengevines to hand side. Okay, so I see why they kept their Once Upon a Time now. They had double Vengevine. We're still not supposed to Time Twister. Because we can't really do 0 drops, so... Oh, they found a Bizarre, chat. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Opponent found a Bizarre. Alright, so we're probably going to... Oh my god, we're just so dead. 2 squeeze. I think we're gonna have to Twister now that they have 2 squeeze, right? Don't think we really have a choice. But we have to play Tabernacle first, so we're just gonna take an 8. Take 8 here, which is not the worst. I probably want to do a bunch of fetching before I twist too. We should be able to be okay here. How much can I fetch? I'm going to need to fetch no matter what, so. Oh. So we play Tabernacle, we twist. We got our Opal Vigored. That we couldn't, so that we can't put a Blightsteel into play off it. Really sad to be twisting now. I think we still have to twist though, because they have double squee. Right? Like if we just play a Tabernacle, they just double squee and they find hollow ones and kill us. Oh, I think we're supposed to twist. We have double force, I guess, which is... Nope, can't play any of those. I don't really want to use this fetch land. Because they can easily have drawn into return my Vengevines. We're just so dead. This deck is completely unbeatable. Like, if you're not playing exactly like Wasteland Tabernacle deck, you just can't ever beat this deck. It's so fucked up. It's by far the best deck in the format. All they need to do is hit 2 0 drops and we die. So I'm not playing lands because I have to play against other decks every other round. Hollowvine's always been this good. I actually think the Wasteland changed. People didn't used to play Wastelands, but... Look at this bullshit. Like, Tabernacle is just not even close to good enough. You have to have something else as well. You have to be able to clear their yard and have Tabernacle and somehow resolve them both through Force of Will, Force of Negation, Mind Break Trap, Force of Vigor. Like, so fucked up. It's like just not remotely fair. I'm really sick of it. I don't like playing Hollowvine. Not really fun. Lavinia is good against them, but you have to resolve a Lavinia. It's not always the easiest thing to do. Especially when they, like, it takes a long, it doesn't, you can't just play Lavinia on turn 1. It's just not, like, something you can do. To beat them, you kind of have to be a Wasteland deck. We're gonna lose this game where opponent didn't even have a Bazaar. So crazy. And they wasted one of our lands for, like, no reason. It's just not true. I played Golo stacks and have lost to Hollowvine. They just have to be on the play and you lose. They put like 14 power in play on turn 1. Any deck that can beat Hollowvine is just not good versus the field. I actually don't think that Shops is super good against it. I think it's okay, but it's not super good. Well, I've correctly played around this by going to 9 life, so we have that upside, I guess. I just don't have any answers anymore, because opponent can just wait to wasteland my Tabernacle until the very last minute. And I can't actually beat this board, so... Like, I just die. I have no options. I can't play 0 drops, I draw my Blightsteel, like... I just have nothing I can do. It doesn't really matter. Whatever. I actually drew Tinker. I can put a Blightsteel in play and then lose. Hilarious. Veil does stop Chalice, but it's just like I don't have enough action for Veil to be good there. I can't actually play Tinker because of the Chalice as well. So. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's just go play Mormir. Like, it's just such a fucking waste of time to ever play any deck that I like against Hollowvine. I can't even put the Blightsteel in the play because there's a fucking Chalice on 0. Just such a waste of time. I don't know why I put all these cards in my sideboard for the deck. Like, I actually put, like, I put way more cards than normal in my sideboard so that I could have some kind of match against it. They're just useless. Like, I put all of these cards in just for the Hollowvine matchup. Did I have Force of Will at that time? Did I just not force a Chalice? Would it even be right to force a Chalice when I have no 0 drops and I'm going for a Tinker plan and opponent only has a Wasteland? I don't know. Stifle is like not close to good enough. I would have to play like Strip Mine Wasteland in my sideboard probably. Yeah, it's so fucked up, Amir. I just cannot stand the deck. Really, really frustrating. So I had Force for Chalice and I just chose not to force it. I think that's still right. I can't imagine forcing Chalice there. It's just like not our game plan. With no 0 drops in hand? That wrong? I mean, it could be wrong. It definitely didn't feel like it would be wrong at the time. It, like, obviously it takes away one of our avenues to winning. But, like... Yeah, but I probably shouldn't even have Twister in my deck, okay? I think I should have boarded out Twister. Twister is completely unplayable against them. I mean, the way that game played out. But, like, we have the ability to Tinker for a Blightsteel because we already played our 0 drop Moccasin. And we have 2 cantrips. Like, we don't actually want to pitch any of our cantrips here because our cantrips are drawing us into action. I just don't think I'm supposed to force this Chalice. What a fucking impossible matchup, Winged. It's like just so stupid. I don't know why I bring in like cards that do it. Like, I don't know why I bring in hate cards. It's just so stupid. No deck I'm ever going to register will ever beat Hollowvine. I can guarantee that. But Chalice isn't even like the Termite Crypt isn't even that good versus them. That's the biggest, like, that's not even a great card versus them. I'm not fucking playing Hollowvine. I don't enjoy the kind of Magic it plays. I don't know what else to tell you. If I wanted to just win it, like all, like if I wanted like only to win, then yes, you should play Hollowvine. But I don't play Magic only to win. I play Magic to have fun and to sometimes win. I guess maybe I'm supposed to force this Chalice. I did like very well with Hollowvine when I played it. I think it's the best deck by bar none, by a lot. I think it's tier 0. That's not true, Mike. What this Moxen in play is doing is facilitating Tinker. I know why you forced. It made perfect sense why you forced. When there's a Chalice in play, my only option is the Tinker for Blightsteel line. Wing knows that. That's why he ended up forcing the Mox Opal. I'm like, the Mox Opal was already doing its job as being something I can tinker into a Blightsteel. I don't really care that the mana part of it is turned off. The mana part of it's already going to be off because I don't have any artifacts. My plan here with the Chalice on the stack is to use my cantrip engine to find a Tinker and protect it with my Force of Wills. Like, this land I actually can't use because I know they have a Wasteland. I eventually did use it because all I drew was lands, and then that way it was a bait so that we could get them, you know, to use it before we tabernacled. Hollowvine preys on everything. Hollowvine is favored versus anything that's not a Wasteland deck. And it's even favored versus some Wasteland decks. Because Bazaar is completely broken with 20 free spells. So, like, I don't know. I chose not to force this. And I think that the reasons why I chose not to force this make sense, right? But maybe, like, there's just, like... Without Demonic Tutor in the deck, you do have a harder time finding a Tinker, right? So maybe it's, like, not actually feasible for my 2 cantrip plan to be finding Tinker. Maybe that's the case. Like, I think this should I shouldn't even have a Time Twister in my deck. I know I boarded out like garbage cards anyways, but like Time Twister does nothing. Actual Stone Cold like helps my opponent. No, I have nothing. I have an Oko that I didn't board in. I'm trying not to play Repeal because I do not want to get bugged out of Magic. This deck could easily have a repeal in it, yeah. I have 2 repeals in my Esper PO lists. I think you're supposed to play 2 repeals in PO. I just am not playing any repeals right now because they're bugged. Did Lurrus even actually, was Lurrus even actually good versus Hollowvine? I'm like not convinced that it was. I know it was good versus Dredge, but was it actually good versus Hollowvine? I really don't think it was. I think people just didn't give it like enough time. I don't actually think Lurrus was actually good versus Hollowvine. Maybe these crypts are just garbage. The problem is every graveyard hate is garbage versus a Force of Vigor deck. That's just because Hollowvine is so much better than Dredge. No, I mean, Lurrus was legitimately very good against Dredge. I guess we can play Surgical. It's just like such a... I think Surgical is such a bad Magic card. But if like we have to play Surgical and Tabernacles, then I guess that's what we have to do. So frustrating. I don't disagree. I do think Surgical is good versus them. I just think it's like such a bad card. I think there's a lot of really bad Hollowvine players, which doesn't help the conversation. The deck isn't easy to play. I think there's actually a lot of math involved that people just don't do. But the problem is like the way Lurrus interacts with Dredge is not actually good against Hollowvine. In my opinion, anyways. I had a One of my Esper lists has a strip mine in the sideboard. I think it was this one. I have like jailers for Hollowvine in this list because like jailers actually turns off. Jailer, unlike Lavinia, turns off Squee and turns off, and it is castable on turn 1. I had a strip mine in my sideboard. Is it better to play 1 strip mine, 1 tabernacle? It can't be, right? I'm supposed to play 2 tabernacles, right? I don't know. I've had tabernacle against Hollowvine recently, and it just has never been good. I've had tabernacle, and I just felt like the tabernacle was completely useless every time I've ever played against Hollowvine in the past like 2 weeks. They just always have a wasteland for it. If they just sequence correctly, like, they can always minimize the damage. Yeah, but I'm already dead if they go in. Yeah, I don't know. Is it better to play a strip mine than a tabernacle? I don't. This deck can't tutor for a tabernacle, so I'm really off the idea of like playing 1. Just like feels like. Just feels like such a waste of time every time I like play against Hollowvine because I just feel like I have no shot whatsoever. Like you have to basically have Tinker Blightsteel and have like multiple force backups. It has to be like on turn 1. I don't know. It's just like all the kind of decks that I play are just like really bad versus Hollowvine. That's what it is. It is what it is. I guess we'll just queue up another Momir.